We're back. We're better than ever. Training back. Upper back focused and density focused. Starting with SLDLs, which is a pretty controversial exercise, but it's good. Top set 100 kilos. Pretty light, but because of injuries and stuff. Listen, man, don't forget your clips. I forgot my clips. Weights are bouncing all over the place, man.
Managed to get 100 for about 10, which isn't too bad considering I've been injured, I've been ill, everything's happened, bro. I've messed up my knee even, like, bro, I feel like I'm a magnet to injuries.
Fall.
After this horrible rep to finish the set, we moved on to dumbbell row. I do this with my elbows at like 45 degrees to get like, I don't know what it's called in it, but your traps, but like the lower part, just to get that. And it feels amazing if you do it properly. On the eccentric, you wanna like roll your shoulders forward, and then on the concentric, you wanna pretend there's a pencil in between your shoulder blades. You wanna try squeeze the absolute living hell out of it, and bro, your back will absolutely explode. Finish up with shrugs, just to increase the intensity that little bit more, just to finish off my traps, make sure the intensity is there. Because I feel like with this, like my rear delts get to failure before my traps do. So doing the shrugs at the end helps just finish my traps off and it feels lovely. Again, on the way down, you just want to over exaggerate the eccentric. You just want to roll your shoulders forward and you'll feel a beautiful stretch in your traps, like in a place that you've never felt it. Make sure that you place like the bench just underneath your pecs, and when you roll your shoulders forward, you'll feel a wonderful stretch. The traps actually benefit from stretch training, so your traps will blow up. If you want huge traps, maybe not like Ronnie Coleman, but like me, I'm joking. You wanna start, focusing more on the eccentric instead of just like letting the weight drop down. You know what I mean? So make sure you're doing that in your training. It's so important. Finishing off with shrugs again, because my traps will be bigger than yours if you don't do it. So we're moving on to lots of high rows. Almost forgot what it's called. And for this, the only reason why I do this is so I can like flare my elbows out more, and it will target my rear delts and like upper traps more. You know what I mean? When it comes to working out and your sets and stuff, a lot of people forget that you can warm up. Like, it's okay to warm up. So I do 2 warm-up sets. The last warm-up set is like just to feel what weight I can do. I write down my weights, but sometimes that weight might be too heavy. Like, at the end of the day, I train to build muscle. I don't train to lift heavy. So it doesn't really matter what weight I do, as long as it's intense, as long as everything is there, everything I'm doing properly is there. It's calm, the weight doesn't matter. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. Every single back video that I post, I'm going to keep saying it. You want to roll your shoulders forward, like, as far as possible, up until dislocation. Like, you know what I mean? You want your traps to be stretched out, because when you get that squeeze again, your traps are struggling, they're fighting, and that's what will make your traps bigger. I want everyone that watches this video to have huge traps, huge rear delts, huge back. You know what I mean? The back is the foundation of a physique. So just roll your shoulders forward. Also, again, that intensity is very important. Like, it doesn't even matter what weight you do. If you're not intense, if you're not going to failure, then you're doing it wrong. you're doing it wrong. When it comes to another thing is volume. A lot of people do not understand volume. For me personally, I follow the example of Marvin Bain, and he does 2 sets. And the way he explains it, like, it makes sense. Because if you're training intense enough, you don't need more than 2 sets. When it comes to volume, if you're doing more than like 3 sets, it's all just junk volume. Like, I've seen people do the same exercise but on different machines. Like, there's no point. There's no point. 2 sets, yeah, really, really intense, and you're good. Literally, each muscle in your body only needs like a maximum of like 8 sets per week. But I'm seeing people do 8 sets for one muscle in one session. Like, that's just junk volume, and you're not gonna grow. You know what I mean? You're overtraining. So all you need is 2 sets. Just think, when you're about to train, think 2 sets, 2 sets, 2 sets, and you'll start to see progress. Moving on to shrugs. I'm contradicting myself a bit. I didn't really need to do shrugs, but I just wanted to do shrugs because it's one of the movements I really enjoy. And also, it's a movement that I'm really focusing on to build my traps. Because if you've seen my physique, my traps from the front literally look like they don't exist. So I've been really focusing on this. And from the weight you're about to see, you can tell that I've really been focusing on this. So we got 38 for our top set, 38 for like 10, 12 reps, 10, 11-ish, something like that. Don't know how to count it. With this, you see a lot of people ego lift, just like half reps, you know what I mean? So on the way down, you want to go like down, you know what I mean? You actually want to go down, and you want to stay at the bottom for a bit, as well as get like hold the squeeze for like a second, as you see me doing. Just don't ego lift, you know what I mean? If you want to get big, don't worry about the weight, you know what I mean? The only reason why I'm doing 38, I weigh like 62 kilos, that's 76, so it's a bit heavy. The only reason why I'm doing that is because of progressive overload. Shrugs is one of the exercises that I've been doing since I started the gym. And when I started, I was struggling with 10 kilos, so, you know, you just have to be patient when it comes to these things. The pump reveal will never get old, man. I just love taking off the oversized shirt, the oversized jumper, and just looking at my pump. Like, the pump isn't that mad, I'll be so real. Like, I've looked better, but, you know, when you're bulked up, you have less definition and you just look a bit smaller, I guess, over the camera as well, over the phone. In real life, you know your boy's mini Ronnie Coleman, you know your boy's mini Marvin, bro. Like, don't even. But yeah, man, pump cover looking pretty good, I'll be real, looking pretty decent. Finishing off with 30s. Bro, I got too many reps. I got like 16, 17, something like that. But with my back offsets, I tried to get like more reps that I did in the first set, in the first top set. So sometimes, most of the time, that's why I go lighter. But yeah, felt good. Traps, shoulders, shrugs feel really good right now. It's the only exercise that I haven't plateaued on, like, ever. Bit of pausing. I was gonna do rear delts, but my side delt was way too sore, and I just couldn't do it. It was too painful. But yeah, bit of pausing. Yo, the lighting is so bad. Like, what? Yo, the JD gym is such a good gym. It has all the equipment you could ever dream of. Except a posing room. Like, why? Why are you getting big not to pose? Like, not everyone doesn't pose. I get it, but you know what I mean? There should be a pose. This isn't a posing room. This is one of them rooms for them classes that your nan does. You know what I mean?